Good morning, Chaitanya.
Okay, let us start our session. So what we have discussed in the yesterday session. So in yesterday session we have discussed about a data types and we have seen about how to bind a simple data types. Okay. So in this session we are going to discuss about a structure of Angular folder. Okay, take it heading Angular folder, Angular folder structure. So Angular is a framework, right? Angular is a framework. So framework will provide the predefined concepts. For example, data binding. For example, you want to import forms module. So once you know these predefined things, right? So the life is very easy. In the React.js, we are going to create a plain files. From the plain files onwards, we are going to discuss each and every file. So by default, Angular having the predefined folder structure. We need to know about these predefined folder structure and what is the purpose of the files also. Okay, so let us see that the folder structure of Angular. So how to create Angular project? What is the command to create Angular
New,
project?
New
new for project
new
name.
project name.
ng for Angular, new for I want a new project, and the project name. Okay, once you perform this command, where you need to be performed. So please be remember these points. The points are, for example, in the folder structure, a folder name and file name should not having any spaces. Please don't give any spaces, which is not a correct. So simply create a one folder dedicated for examples or else Angular examples. Okay, inside of the come for that folder, this is my examples folder. Type cmd and then type ng new Angular. Don't give any spaces here also. Okay, which are the repeated issues I have seen. Ex1 or else ex or else something like a sample example or else a lab one. Okay, while you press enter, it will connect it to the internet and it will download some predefined files. Okay, it will connect to the internet and it will download the predefined. Few people without connected to the internet, they will not check if this internet is connected or not. So they're asking a question, so I'm not able to create a project. Okay, please try to connect. The internet is required because this command will be download all this folder structure. Once you press enter, it will ask a questions. I mean, in the first session we have seen routing, it will ask. Next SCSS file it will ask. Choose those two and then press enter. Okay, hope everybody completed this setup. Okay, or else refer the first session how to create a setup. Next, once your setup is completed, a folder will be created. Okay, by running by running by running above command, a folder will be created with predefined predefined files. Okay, let us fully see about what type of the files will be created and what is the use of those files. Okay, once you know the use of these files and the purpose of each and every file, we will continue with components, how to work it. Okay, next, once you created, right, leave about these dot files. VS code, this is a specific to VS code. Angular, these are the specific to Angular code. Next, these three files, leave about these dot files. There is a no use with these dot files. Okay, dot files will not be created for everyone. No? Few members will be created, few members will not be created. Leave about those dot files which are not at all used. You can able to remove also. Okay, don't be worry about the dot files. Next, if you observe here, right, our thing will be start from node modules. It will be start from node modules. The first and foremost folder is, first one is node modules. So what are these node modules? To implement an Angular application, we are going to depend on Node Package Manager. These node modules are specific to Node Package Manager. Okay, so take a note. Node modules are Node Package Manager files. Okay, files. It contains libraries. Node module contain libraries. It contains libraries. These libraries are used in Angular application to develop application an application. Next, these node modules are used to compile the code. I mean, which are used to convert your TypeScript code to JavaScript code. Okay. So a node modules are rich set of libraries. So you can able to say node modules are rich set of libraries which are used in Angular application to develop Angular application. Okay. Next, these are used to compile your code. These are internally will help your Angular application to convert your TypeScript code to JavaScript code. Done. So what is the next one? Node modules. Next is the Src. Src is nothing but it is a source folder of Angular, source folder of Angular application. Src is your source folder of Angular application. Okay. All the modules and components will be added inside of source folder. All components, all modules, components, and assets also. Assets will be added inside of source folder. The source is the main responsible for developer to code. Developer will be implement the code inside of Src folder. Okay. Next, source folder. We'll deep dive into the what is a source folder, what it will be contain also. Let us finish outer files first, and then we'll go inside. So leave about these dot files. Dot files are not required for you to develop. Next important is angular.json file. Next important one is angular.json file. Angular.json. Let me open this one, what it contains. So this angular.json file will contains your Angular application specific dependencies. Okay. See, all these are contains the information of your Angular application specific. It contains the information of your Angular application. The information can be how you are going to design architecture. Next, you are going to choose SCSS files. Next, the styling file is the SCSS. While you are going to create a project, you will choose CSS or SCSS. All these things will be mentioned. SCSS, Next, configurations. Okay. Next, any development, all these things. So these are nothing but it will contains the instructions. Instructions. It will contain the instructions to develop, construction information of Angular application, the specific Angular application. These instructions are nothing but any configurations. Next, dependencies. Next, styling and paths. You are going to have all these things. But by this moment, you no need to worry all these what are it will contain in depth. We'll see all these things. So anybody already working in Angular, so by default browser will understand JavaScript only, correct?
Yes.
But if you observe, press F12 and inspect the page, are you going to see TypeScript files also? Correct? Have you seen anybody TypeScript files? Inspect the page, right click, TypeScript files. Okay. So inside of this TypeScript files, but browser is understanding the JavaScript, but why so TypeScript means there is a concept of source mapping. There is a concept of source map true, which is one of the important interview question. I will show this source map practical. By default, browser will only understand JavaScript files. Even in the browser, you can able to see app module.ts file, app component.ts file, and different files also. How those files are loaded inside of browser? No, those files are you will never load, and you can't able to debug also. But there is a inherited concept of source map provided by these node package manager. Still, you can able to debug. Okay, so how to achieve the source map with the true and false, I will showcase. Okay, all these type of things we will show one by one. Okay, next, this is the angular.json file. Next, karma.config file for your unit test cases. But in this structure, dot files and karma.config few files you can't able to say, no need to worry. No need to worry. Next major file is package.json. Package.json. Okay. So what it contains? Package.json. Okay. So these package.json contains you are developing Angular application or not? These Angular applications are a specific version or not? Yes. All this version specific and you are going to consume any third party. What is this version? For example, if you observe right, if you open a Facebook or else a Messenger or else WhatsApp also, what is your version, specific version? You are going to say, sir, specific 6th version and specific 7th version. So all these are versions because a developer team from Angular will be keep on working and will add a few features to your Angular framework. These features are will become step by step one release. For example, they want to decide in the September, they will decide a few codes. Okay, but your project is started 1 year back. 1 year back, you don't have any 13th version. By default, in that project, 6th or 7th or 6th or 8th, so and so version will be there. Okay, these versions are specific to a project. For example, tomorrow 14th version is there. Sir, we need to add 14th version here. No, whenever application is developed, what is the version is available, we'll take that specific version on. A team will be separate, a developer team will be separate, will be work to change these versions also, to enhance from lower to higher versions also. Okay, so whenever you are going to create a newly project for a client, at that moment, whatever the versions are available, those version specific only we are going to take. Okay, for example, 14th is the latest, I am going to take a 14th, or else a 6th is the latest, I am going to take the 6th only. Okay, so versions means to it will not change every day. These are the constants. Okay, on the top of this one only you are going to work. Okay, so what happen if a version changes? Version changes means internally few code files also changed. Okay, so number of dependencies will become. So by this moment simply remember, so Angular will be released at different versions. Our project will be follow the specific version. Okay, those specific versions are mentioned inside of package.json. Okay, tomorrow you are going to sit in a project. You got a project on Angular. First, please go through all the files. Today, whatever the class I'm going to dictate, simply go through all the files. Don't be go anything else. Node modules. You can able to go node mode also. You can able to observe what type of the files will be there. Next, you can able to see what are the dependencies and configuration of your application. Next, open package.json. You will get what type of that project Angular version is there. Got my point? Okay. Angular.json file contains Angular application specific versions, and these contain Angular specific versions and dependencies. Angular specific versions and dependency and their versions also. What are the dependencies and their dependencies on its versions? Okay, this is the package.json file. Got it? So by default, each application contains specific versions. Even though if we take any language, we need to maintain a versions. Those versions will be mentioned in the configuration files. In Angular, our configuration files are package.json files. Okay, here you can able to see my Angular animations is the 13th version, common is the 13th version, compiler is the 13th, core is the 13th version, like this. And dependencies also. Here I'm having the karma dependencies, TypeScript types dependencies, Angular CLI dependencies, all these dependencies. Okay. Next, how many ways to compile Angular applications? How many ways to run Angular applications?
Two types.
What are those?
In NG sir, NPM start.
NPM start.
NG sir,
Okay.
NPM start.
NPM start. So I said I will give the clarification between the NPM start and NG serve, correct? So if you run NPM start will be call this a command. This command will be run ng serve only. Got it? Inside of the package.json, the actual ng serve will be mentioned how to run an application. If you run npm start, that npm is nothing but a predefined node package manager command. That command will be link up with start. The start will be link up with ng serve. How all these links will be done? So in your system, you are going to install Node.js or not? This Node.js is the framework which contains the internal implementation of the code. For that code, we need to be work. We don't need to be worry. But here we know to you need to be remember what is the npm start and ng serve. Npm start, if you run, it will be call your ng serve only. Okay. Can I run the solution? See here. This is my Angular solution. Yes. In the yesterday session, which command I used? Ng serve. Let me use npm start. Npm start. If I run this npm start command, see here, ng serve came or not? So which is the difference? Angular will be started. Those type of the internal logic, so you no need to worry. That Node.js already you have installed. That Node.js will have in the npm node package manager. This node package manager is a predefined set of commands. Okay, that point also will take it as. You can able to take it as a node. Node.js contains node package manager. Node.js contains node package manager. This node package manager contains set of commands. either to run our application or to perform a certain task. Okay, next npm start. So if I say it is a Microsoft Word, right, by default all new lines will be started with the capital. Plus please be take care of small npm start. This is a node command to run Angular, React, any type of applications. Okay, run Angular or React or so and so applications. Okay, in Angular npm start will call ngserve command to run Angular application. What happened in terms of React JS, that is a different story. Okay, so this is the way, this is the one of the question. So how many ways to run? You can able to say npm start ngserve. What is the difference? There is a no difference. Npm start is nothing but ultimately parent. You are already having the inbuilt node.js. While you install all these packages and everything will be installed in your local computer. It will be installed in your computer. Okay, you no need to worry about those things. Simply npm, whenever you are running Angular application, here you are having the rich set of node modules. That npm will be connected to these node modules. Understand that one, this is the Angular application. Okay, those connections we no need to worry. And it will come to the package.json. No? Inside of the package.json ng service already mentioned. So that is the difference. Got it, Karthik? Okay, this is the difference. Got it, Ram? Okay, next. So which are the differences in npm start and ng start? So next, if you're using the npm build is nothing but ng build. So Angular means instead of calling so and so npm command, npm will be called ng serve. Instead of doing this one, you can able to directly use npm start or ng serve. Okay, anything you can able to use. Okay, I think it got struck. npm start will be called ng serve. Next, what is the next folder? So along with package.json, no, package lock.json file also will be there. What is the difference between package.json and package lock.json? Anybody?
Sir, it locks the versions so that it avoids the compatibility issues.
Resume. Package lock.json you are trying to say. So this package going to be locked, correct? Nothing
Yes,
but
sir.
you are having the few versions, specific dependencies. These are the locked. Okay, so package lock and package lock.json both are the same. So it also contains same as package JSON file. What are those? What it contains? Dependencies. I mean Angular versions and dependencies and its versions. So Angular dependencies and versions, correct? All this information it is contained. Okay, but along with this, it contains the node module specific configuration. So these node module, the actual difference is it contains the information of Angular versions and dependency versions. Once if you change package.json, automatically lock.json file packages and dependencies also will be changed. Okay, but it contains this specific configuration of node modules. That is the actual reason. Okay, that is the actual reason. See here, package.json, how it will be contain the versions and dependency versions, right? Package lock also will be contained same. But in the real time, once you are trying to upgrade the project, right? At that time, you will not change package lock.json. Here you are going to simply change, for example, 14th. Okay. And then you are going to install node npm install. Once if you change, right? Change and save. Here you need to be run command npm install. So this npm will be install will be take that specific version mentioned in the package.json file. Okay, so the same information contains the package.json and package.json. No? Can I change here? No. It is enough to change here. It will replicate the specific version here also. But why it is locked? It is contain the specific information of your node modules. Okay, it is contain the some keys. Okay, these models you should not be changed because you don't know about the keys, right? Once you upgraded, each time the node modules will be downloaded from the internet server, correct or not? Those information will be connected over these here. These are the predefined encrypted keys. We are not going to discuss and we are not going to see anything. But here the actual reason is package lock.json contains the encrypted information of your node modules. I mean, not encrypted information which is contained in information of node modules. These keys will be helpful for you to be download. Okay, that is the actual reason. All these node modules you are going to have. Okay, so these node modules you don't know it. For example, instead of something 6, I want to say bf something something something, which is the wrong. Okay, so unexpectedly people will be changed here. But even though you said lock, right? By default, this file will never be locked. If you want, you can able to change. Okay, so the actual difference is this package lock.json file contains the information of node modules with some
Specific.
keys, specific configured keys. You should not change. Why so? You don't know, which is already open source. Open source. You no need to worry about the keys and those things. Okay, all the information will be good. Now got it, Karthik? What is the actual difference?
Yes, sir.
So this is the actual difference. But it is contain the same information as above also. It contains the node module specific information. But if you say, sir, lock.json is there, even though the name is saying the lock, can you lock? That is your choice. If I want to say mute yourself, you can able to mute or not. That is your choice. Same here also. These are not locked files. These are open file. But to understand the user, they're simply locked. Why so they locked? They are having the information of your node modules. These node modules are nothing but a rich set of libraries used to develop your Angular application. That is the actual thing. Okay. Once a client will be say, I'm having the 5 Angular developers required to upgrade my project. Okay, so that requirement project you may got a call. They will ask, for example, based on the requirement, the questions will be changed. You to be recruit for that project for the requirement, they will ask you. They will focus on here. I'm having the so and so version. How I need to change the version? Yes, simply change the package.json. I mean, go to the package.json, change the version, and run npm start. Okay. Next, take this one point. How to upgrade? How to upgrade? How to upgrade Angular from Angular application from one version to another version. Sir, here if you shown about 13.2, but how I will get it? You can able to simply the team lead or architect will be give that specific version which to be go. Okay, they will have the clear cut knowledge on what type of versions of Angular, or else you can able to refer Angular IO site is the official site for Angular. There you are having the list of all the versions. Step 1, go to package JSON file. Go to your package JSON file. It contains, which is the important topic also. Okay, it contains Angular specific specific versions, we can change required version. We will change a required version in package.json file. This is the step 1. Step 2, go to the application. Which application? Your Angular application. See, this is your Angular application. I just created, right? This is my Angular application. Okay, so this is my Angular application. If you want to change any version, means you need to be run npm install. Okay, and go to address bar, type command and run which command? Npm install. Okay, npm install. So once you got the project, also you are new to the project, a few members are already new to the project, right? So once you are fetching the information from the git, for this git I will do a separate series and I will give to everyone for my student. No need to be worry. It is the source control. Okay, always you will not mention maintain your code in your computer, right? Your computer will be hanged or you will lost the computer. I mean, so and so will be happen. You are going to lose the code also. That's why companies will be maintain this code in a version. Not only those reasons, number of reasons are there. Other developer also will be work on the same. Okay. Once you download, did you get node modules or not? Are you going to get node modules? Okay. Once you are joining the project, you will not get these node modules. So again, you need to be select here type command. You need to perform npm install. Okay, npm install. Then node modules will be downloaded. Once you perform npm install, node modules will be downloaded. Sir, why so, sir? Why people are not checking a node module? This node modules in terms of GBs. See here. I think some GB will be there. I don't know the exact. Okay, so it is, see here. Currently, I'm having the node modules as per my basic application 289 MB. Okay, 280 or 250 somewhat plus or minus, nothing but a half GB, correct? 500 MB is nothing but a half GB, 1000 is nothing but a once run npm start. Okay, so now I am explaining about yeah, hi Krishna. Ramakrishna, right? Krishna.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm explaining the folder structure. You want me run there? What I need to do? Did I have to navigate from here? Okay, please don't me navigate. Later we will run it. What type of files will be generated? That is a separate topic. We'll discuss.
Okay.
Don't be now navigate from here.
Okay.
See here. So for my real-time application here, I'm going to have the number of dependencies. Tomorrow, once we start real-time project, we will add some dependency files also. So at the dependencies, it will cross 1 GB also. Okay, that's why these node modules will be never checked in. There is a no use for the client also. Okay, all the specific information already maintained by the package.json. So this package.json having the information of the node specific, I mean Angular specific versions. It will be download automatically. Okay, this is the way you need to be upgrade. Next file is TS configurations. All these three files are specific to only one thing. TS config app, TS config spec. All these are talking about the same thing. TS is nothing but a
TypeScript related.
TypeScript specific information. TypeScript specific configuration. TS config. So this file contains TypeScript configuration of your Angular application. Your Angular application will have specific configuration, right? Those information it will contains. Okay, so this is the outer structure of your folder. Okay, so now you got one idea about a folder structure or not? What is happening while you are doing ng new and project name. Got it? Yes. So this is the outer folder structure. Next. So actually started a session for the design session. Why I'm explaining the Angular folder structure is once you know the purpose of the files. Today you can able to know the purpose. But once you start using these files, right, then you will be remember. No need to worry. Sir, you are showing the different files. I was confusing. No need to worry. Here simply remember this is the libraries. This is the code you are going to write. This is the information of your application. This is the information of dependencies as well as Angular application. This is the log file. That's it. What is the difference between dependencies and dependencies in package JSON? No, dependencies and development dependencies. Correct. So as a part of the development, let me open. So here the question is, so here you are having the dependencies and development dependencies, right? If you observe, most of the versions are the same. All these versions are the same. Okay. Div dependencies are nothing but so as a development, you are going to work with TypeScript. Correct or not? These TypeScript will be run on server. No. Am I correct or not? These TypeScript will be limit up to your development area. See, this is my development area. I mean to say, as a developer, you are going to work with a single Angular application. So up to your level only, you are going to work with the TypeScript dependencies. Next, karma dependencies. Once you development is completed, next it is went for the QA or whatever the next versions. So these dependencies are not required. So that's why TypeScript version, if you observe, it will have, but here no TypeScript versions. That is your development versions up to developer will be complete. That is the enough. Next, karma and these things are specific to the development. Once the development is completed, all this will be converted to the JavaScript. That's why you no need to require. Okay, got it? Chana Reddy?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sure. Okay, so once we go into the project, right? So it will become habitual for us to remember. No need to worry by this moment. Okay. Next important folder is the Src folder. Our Angular developer life will be start from Src folder only. Outside of Src is nothing but all are the configurations, all are the libraries. Once if we step into the Src, this is the major gate for us to enter. Here only all the development area will be there. So here in the Src only you need to be work. How to open this Src folder in Visual Studio Code? Two ways, either Visual Studio or you can able to open here also. So let me run command ng serve. npm start will be called ng serve, right? So again it will be calling, it will be taking 1 or 2 minutes based on your computer. Let it be live. Simply directly call ng serve. Okay, little fast it will be there. I mean, okay. Next, Src is the only the folder you need to be work. The development you will be done inside of here only. Your life is here only. Now I need to open only Src. If I open outside of Src, before Src also fine, but please don't be used. There is a no need to be work. Why you are using? That is my question. Type command code space dot, or else you can able to open Visual Studio. You can open your specific one. Okay, Angular EX Src. So basically commands are little difficult to remember initially. So whoever is new, right? See here, my compilation is also completed very fast. So Ramakrishna question is, when I compile this one here, files are generating, what are those? But that is not a topic right now to discuss. We'll discuss deep dive will go. The sessions will be go one by one. Okay, so I think it is open so and so. React it is open. Let me go to the, so once you open Visual Studio Code, click on file here, open folder. Which folder you need to be go? Your specific folder. Select Src. So please open this Src. Src is nothing but a source folder where developer is going to work. Next, what it contains. So everybody is saying that one Angular is a single page application, correct? Why so?
Sir, all static information is loaded at once and dynamic content is fetched by using API calls.
So maybe in terms of definition you given, let me give straightforward.
So one
So
index
single
dot
page
HTML
application
page.
is nothing but a application content only one HTML file. Remaining all content will be loaded here. I think yesterday Anil asked a question, he joined today. So what is this purpose of app root means? You are going to develop your application. Yesterday I said how to bind the data. Okay. Once you written the code here, the data will be loaded app root which is inside of index.html page. Okay, which is inside of index.html page. Okay. Simply take a 3 points. Src folder contain index.html file which is a root HTML page. A Angular application will have only one HTML page. That's why. So it is a single page application. Straightforward. Single page is nothing but you are having only one page. A page is nothing but a HTML file. Once a browser loaded so and so, that is nothing but a page. Localhost 4200. How to know this one? Here you can able to copy and paste here. So here my data able to see? Yes. A single page will be loaded. Okay, single HTML file will be loaded. Okay, so before Angular, right? Before Angular, before React. So if you want to develop anything, for example, contact page, you need to develop a separate HTML file. Okay, so if you observe my application is not a single page. So let me go React.js. For example, our is Angular. Let me go here. If you observe, but no need to confuse. So this is called a developer tools. Each tab we are going to see what is the element, what is the console, what is the source, network, performance, even memory application, all these things. Even right side also we are going to see what is the styles computed and layout. All these things we are going to discuss. But just observe, initially you need 1 week to understand the outer structure. Once you know about outer structure, then you will be become a part. See here. See here you are going to see one more HTML tag. Here you are having the parental HTML tag. Yes. So nothing but he is the person one. He is nothing but a person two. So if I want to take any decision, here I required how many person decision? So as a team, as a developer, if I want to make a one decision, so how many decisions I need to take? 2 decisions will I need to take to perform a certain action in this page. Correct or not? If this having any sibling page, I need to take that decision also. Okay, so what is meant by decision here? Not now, we'll see that one now. So for example, if you see a home, we are constructed 3 homes. 3 homes are nothing but 3 families are living. Okay, so take the apartment culture in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai, but wherever it is. Nowadays in the villages also apartments are going to start. Already street is started also. So you don't know about the neighbors. Yes or no? Yes, but in village we will know about all our things. If you say big boss team, why big boss kept all the peoples inside of same home? Each person able to understand and able to talk and able to think about other peoples when they are in the same type of the home. Our Angular is our big boss. Here Angular is our big boss. So Angular contains a single page within a single house. You are going to be survive within a single page. You are there. Whatever the content and actions you are going to perform, the actions are very easy to track. For example, this is my contact page. For example, you are going to something. For example, Krishna, I mean Ramakrishna wants to say some information. Unexpected, he clicked back. He went back. Which is a correct? No. You are there inside of a contact page, but you have clicked them back. How to make a relation? The relation here is breaking. This is the one page. This is one more different pages. The relation between the two peoples are very difficult to maintain. A relation between the person and himself is a same person. As a person, I know how I'm going to teach. I can able to say to the student, simply follow me. Initially, you are confusing also, simply follow me. No need to worry. The Angular is a predefined framework which is having the preset of code. To understand the preset of a code, initially it will be difficult. Once you understand, right, you are very enjoyable person compared to other technologies. If you take the React, I'm going to teach React also, correct? But in the React, I'm going to explain from the scratch. Each files, each component, I'm going to define. So while I'm explaining step by step, right? People will be get the goosebumps also. People will be join within a 1 or 2 days only. But here in the Angular, you are having preset of the code. Okay, maybe I think Karthik Chan, a few members in this session know about the Venugopal. I given only one demo, but for the Venugopal, hope you know, right? Okay, simple. Step by step you are going, I am going to explain there, but here you are having the predefined set of code. So whoever is join the new, right, predefined set of code means it is need some time to remember, but no need to worry, at least 10 days is required. But once you remember this predefined set of code, right, your life is very easy compared to other, even though compared to React also. React is means each and every point, each and every statement you need to be remember, each and every logic you need to be right. So in yesterday session, what logic we have written? Nothing. Simply I created a variables, binded here. Yes or no? But only one extra step I done, import. So this is the not a possible, very simple in a React. You need to be improve your logical mind. Okay, but the clean files are very easy to explain. So this is the step one, this is the step two, this is the step three. But here you are having the predefined, people will be confused. Sir, first day itself you add in the forms module, I was confused. No need to worry. The first day, please remember this forms module. Okay, 10 members are working in Angular project, only one member while starting this, they will do these type of configurations. Tomorrow you need to work directly like this. Okay, let us back. So index.html, which is having only one root page. So because of this root to single page, very easy to maintain, very easy to maintain relation between the elements, between the elements, because all elements are within the single file only, but very difficult to maintain the relation between the two different files. Okay, that is the index.html file. Index.html file. Leave about by this moment what is the polyfills, test and main. See, focus on index, next app and assets. So what is the purpose of assets folder?
Images stored to store images.
Asset folder are used for application assets. What are the application assets? What are the
Images.
application assets? For example, images, for example, CSS and JavaScript files. Total application will be run on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This will be contain any third-party JavaScript files or else any specific CSS file or specific images files. Each component you are going to write a TypeScript file. That's why you are not going to see any JavaScript files in assets. In general, other than Angular, asset is the folder where you need to write images, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, this same folder will be called different ways. For example, anybody from the .NET Core, for example, Vijay Sagar, if you see .NET Core, www root folder will be there. The www root is nothing but assets folder. The name here is the assets, the name there is the www root. Okay, the purpose of these folders are the same one. Okay, assets folder, but all CSS and JavaScript files you are going to write inside of your specific component. Okay, specific component, that's why you don't have any specific. Next, after assets, app is the folder. Next, which folder? App folder. So here actually your development will be start. Your development will be start from here on. App folder. So all the application specific modules and components and etc. I will say etc. If I say few names, you will confuse etc. will be in this folder. Src is the gate to enter as a developer. Next, your development working area is actual app folder. App folder only. People will be work inside of app folder. Is that clear? Application structure, Himaja? Mega?
Yes, sir.
Adi? So let me know. Anytime anybody having the any step in the doubt, please let me know. So everybody will become training for only to make it as an interactive. So treat like one-to-one session only. Here I'm going to explain. Shekhar is going to listen from here, her home. I mean his home only. Okay, Shekhar, please change your name from Akshara to Shekhar. Sometimes I will say her. Okay, please be changed.
Okay, sure.
Okay, whoever is joined, please be joined with your name only. Okay, please treat be simply one-to-one. So any time in the day, I am purely dedicated, available for you anytime. Other than my sleeping, morning 8 to night 11:30, I will available. Anytime you are having the doubt, ping me. Take it as a 2 months. I know the lives of the students who join. Everybody here, everybody having the different story. But whatever the story, I know the personally few members in this join at a morning 4 o'clock also. But I don't want to be so and so person is joined, see and get him. No need to worry. You also having as per your convenience. Okay, few members night they are joining at midnight, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 1 o'clock also. But whatever it is, I am going to deliver the subject simply like this. Step by step will be go. Have a 2 months. Okay, 2 months to achieve your goal. Definitely here I will focus 100% here. So by next Saturday I will take from you. I mean, I will take a feedback from you. Where are you now? Definitely will say, sir, in this Monday onwards, I have seen a lot of changes in me. Okay. By these sessions up to today, what we have completed, we have done with setup, we have done with Angular folder structure, we have done with simple data binding, with a data types also, with the simple data types. Okay. So any doubts as of now? So next and only important, styles.css file. What is this purpose of styles.css file? Will add common styles to your Angular application. Common styles to your Angular application. Okay. So initially you require 3 to 4 theoretical sessions. So Monday onwards we are going to purely development. Okay, no need to worry. Whoever is joined directly means they will confuse. Sir, you were saying about theory, same theory in other institutes also explain. No, it will fully different my sessions. Okay, initially you require some theory to be understand. Once you understand, we'll see practical. Because of that practical only, because of that real time explain only, this is I can able to say my 12th batch. Okay, already you are having referred by the few members also, right? You can able to check with them also. Okay. So any doubts in the Angular folder structure? Is that clear? Any doubts? Or else, other than the session also, I explain the folder structure, right? If you have any doubt also, raise it now. Any other doubts also, please raise it now. For example, Chanarity raise, right? What is the difference between dependencies and development dependency? So like that also you can able to ask me if you have any queries in your mind. Karthik, Basha, Chanarity, Himaja, Krishna,
Like
Ramakrishna, Leela Krishna. Yes.
మనం angular.json ఫైల్ ని రియల్ టైమ్ లో ఎప్పుడు వాడతాం సార్? ఎటువంటి
Angular.json. So in a real time, so on the Angular application, 3 to 4 members or 5 members will be work. So earlier in the UI only 1 or 2 guys. Nowadays the number of guys will be work. only one, maybe 1 or 2 persons or else a team lead or team member will be work. So we are never changing this Angular.json. But while upgradation of the Angular package.json will be changed. Okay, you are not going to touch here. Why you are not going to touch here? Once you are going to set up your Angular predefined styles, you are going to select SES. But in between you want to convert CSS, you can able to select. Okay, but 100%, 99% you there is a no use you to be changed here. All these are the predefined set of codes. Okay, but here build optimizer there, right? Okay, no, I mean to say as a part of you to be work, as a part of project to be work. Once you are working in a project, the project perspective you will never change. Once you to be learn as a developer by yourself as a student, you can able to change a few things. For example, map files. I will show to you what happen if I change here. Okay, got it, Karthik?
Got it, sir.
As a part of you to be learn practice, you can able to change, but in the real time, people will not change these things. Only these are one time configurations are one time setup. Package only one time setup to upgrade. For example, if you want to add any third part libraries, you are going to add third part libraries. For example, Kendo.js, Unity be work, so on, so on, so. So those libraries will be added here. Okay, those libraries as a part of the development work, you will be add here. Okay, I will show. Just now I given the difference, right? We will show later in the session. Okay, so
Okay,
team, that's it for today.